My role in the property industry, I would like to think, is one of the most important. I am a mortgage advisor, which means that I will sit with you, listen to your plans, what you're trying to achieve, work out your requirements, and then advise you in the best way possible to get the finance to realise your dreams. My ideal client would be anybody that wants to purchase a property. Whether it's a first-time buyer, someone that wants to remortgage, someone that wants to build a portfolio, basically anybody that wants to buy a property. When should you make contact with a broker when you're thinking about purchasing a property? Basically as early as possible. If you have any glimmer in your mind that you are going to buy a property, then engage with a broker then. They can help you put a plan in place to budget. You can use the government incentives to help purchase your first home, so the younger the better. However, if you are older and you want to buy a house, then it's still as early as possible. You need to go through your credit report, you need to go through your budget, what's achievable, what deposit you need, so the earlier the better. The benefits of using a broker over a bank are that we can advise you from many banks and building societies and lenders. Your bank can only give you advice on their range of products. Also, your circumstances may not fit your bank's criteria. You won't know that until you go in and wait for a mortgage appointment, go through the whole process to then be told no. As an advisor, we know the criteria for every bank, building society and lender, so we can point you in the right direction and take all the stress and the research and the time away from you and just present you with the right recommendation for you. I think what makes a good broker is the customer service. I don't see a mortgage application as transactional. I want to build good relationships with my clients. Basically, as soon as you engage in my services, that's it, you're with me for life. I contact my clients regularly, birthday cards, Christmas cards, celebrate, marriages, new babies. I think it's so important to think of my clients as I would a member of my own family and really get involved and engaged within what they hope to achieve, not just immediately, but in the future of their children, whether they want to, upsize in a couple of years. It's really sitting down and actually listening to what they want to say and what it is they're trying to achieve, rather than just looking at it as a house purchase. Should you go with a fixed or variable rate mortgage? That is the million-dollar question right now. It basically comes down to your attitude to risk. So a fixed mortgage means that you know what you're paying for the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years. Variable means that you don't. And at the moment, the variable rate mortgages have only gone one way. For the last 13 months, they've gone up every month. However, people are still taking out variable rate mortgages because they might think that the Bank of England base rate is going to come down in the future, or that the market will crash, but they have to worry about what they're going to pay every month. Whereas if you're more cautious and you just want to budget and know what you're paying for the next 2 years, then fixed is definitely the way forward. Yes, rates are high at the moment and they might go down, so then you need to consider whether you want a 2-year fixed or a 5-year fixed. This is why it's so important to engage with a broker, so you can really work through what's important to you, what your budget's like, and what impact any rate rises will have. Because if it's going to make your mortgage unaffordable, then it makes more sense to go with a fixed than a variable. So the other costs to consider when buying a house or remortgaging are legal fees. If you're purchasing, you may have stamp duty to consider. If you're moving, you're going to have removal costs. If you're selling, you'll have estate agent fees and removal costs. And most mortgage companies now will give a free mortgage valuation. And what this is just a basic valuation to tell you whether your house is worth what you're paying for it. You can upgrade and get a home buyer's report or a full structural survey, and they obviously cost more. So that's another cost that you need to consider. Other than that, it would just be your furniture and general moving costs.